Okay, hi guys. Today I'm gonna talk about I don't know how to begin this video, to be honest. This is just a thought. Hi guys, today I'm just gonna talk about a thought that came to me. It's not something really important, I would say, but it's rather just a simple thought that happened. Yeah. So it's basically about like when I started watching movies, like I've seen movies ever since I was a kid, or when I was little. But the truth is, like, I really started watching like some like so much movies on a daily basis when I was in 7th grade, probably around 2007 2008. And during those times, I really did not go beyond like the contemporary movies, like the movies that came from 2000, or maybe go far till 90s, maybe. Yeah, few like Jurassic Park, those kind of movies basically. And what's really peculiar about this one for me is that I couldn't really pinpoint why I wasn't really watching, black and white movies, but for some reason I just never seemed to, get the right time to watch it. Like I always felt it was like a bit old, and it was something for, like those people who love art cinema, or cinephiles, or maybe just old people. And because of this I never really watched, black and white classic movies. And then once I had like watched the most contemporary movies, and here and there you touch upon some really good classics from the current times. I saw the movies from IMDb top 250 list, and even then I would probably skip some of those black and white really old movies. I always thought again the same thing. I couldn't really pinpoint something on some thought why I stopped watching those, but yeah, basically I just didn't start watching those old movies. And then over time, like when I watched some really great interviews of like some great directors, to me personally, and all of them had a single thing in common. Like they said their inspiration actually came from the older movies, like the generation before them, maybe 70s, or 60s, or even black and whites. And that got me kind of thinking, if those guys made these classics, like what I felt really great, and they got inspired from the black and white movies, probably there's something there, and I could just give it a try. And there's like few movies which just it really doesn't matter about the whether it's black and white or something. Like even it's like 70 80 years now, it's 2023, right? So it's probably 8 years or so, but still some movies do still hold up. um, like it sort of feels like a timeless classic. Like 12 Angry Men, for instance. Like 12 Angry Men, the first time I watched it, it was, it really blew up my mind. Like, it's not like some great sets, or, like, I don't know the actors. They might have been like, the mainstream guys at the moment. But anyway, to me, there's just some random actors. Yeah, like there's only few guys I know from the old movies, and since I'm not really much of old movies, again I don't remember anyone particularly. But anyway, back to the point. So I watched 12 Angry Men, and it was really good. Like it sort of felt like a drama, They probably, transitioned from drama to mainstream cinema. Like it felt like sort of that's something that happens in a stage. Like the whole movie is shot in just one room, and probably the courtroom. It's been some time since I watched it. But yeah, and there's like not so many people, as actors. Like there's just 12, and then some extras maybe here and there. That's it. And yeah, it just happens in the room, and the script's really good. Like it holds up through the entire movie, and it's just through the dialogues. Like dialogues keep moving, and there's like good drama and everything. And the really cool thing about this movie is that it really doesn't even matter if it's like black and white or so, because the movie just moves through dialogue. Like I remember one time, like I had some eye pain, and I couldn't really watch any screen. So I was kind of bored, and I, for some reason, thought I'll give it a shot to, just listen to 12 Angry Men, and I tried it because I think I've heard it at that time, that you can just, you don't even need to watch the movie, you can just hear it. So I tried that, and that still was really good just to hear the movie. You don't even have to see the movie, you can just hear it, and that felt, really good. And yeah, that was a good thing about that movie. And yeah, I think I'll probably not edit this because it's just a starting of the channel, so probably I could try to just put this video out there. Let's just see, what else do I remember. um, what else was there? Probably Hitchcock's movies. Like, I thought even like some old movies, right? You wouldn't probably get the special, like the tension or the thrill just by those old black and white movies, because if you see even some refrigerators, right, it would be like something way old. Like, you can't imagine that something that old existed. Like, you see those televisions with the wooden boxes. I've never seen that personally in real life, but yeah, that's probably in the 70s or 60s, I don't know. But those refrigerators also looked old. And anyway, the thought is like, since the movie is really old, I figured that you wouldn't probably get the thrill. But again, Psycho was a movie, probably if you haven't watched it, you should just watch it. I mean, it's been what, 60 years, 70 years, and so there's going to be a spoiler out there, so you probably should watch this. But yeah, the shower scene, that really scared the crap out of me when I watched it the first time. I don't know for what reason. Like, it felt a bit scary, like the girl was, alone in the motel and she gets killed. And the really cool thing here is, like, I haven't watched this movie in almost like 10 years, because like once I started working, only now I'm getting some time, and I started like filming YouTube videos, and you know I'm getting back on watching movies, because to me movies felt really great. Like, they transport you to a, they sort of give you a feel. And yeah, like, it's been so long since I watched it, but I still remember the first feel I got. Like, how I remember movies mostly is just by just a feel of it after you watched it, and after so long you still get the feeling. Like, if I think of, Before Sunrise, what I feel normally is, you know uh, the thing that really was cool about that is, obviously, depending on who you're attracted to, you would either love Celine, I mean, I don't know her name, Julie Delpy, yeah. I might be pronouncing her name wrong, but yeah, you would probably feel attracted to her, or maybe Ethan Hawke if you're a girl. But yeah, you might get bored if you're not really into those dialogue kind of movies. And but what I remember about the movie is that you feel sort of attracted to those. I personally felt attracted to her, and that, like, you can't really notice where the movies were like cutting, and like, the editing, or it sort of felt like you're actually as a third person, like you're an invisible person watching that at real time. Like, the acting felt so natural. That's what I remember. Or Dazed and Confused felt more like, the last day of, school, that sort of feel. And yeah, different movies give off that different feel. That's how I remember. And back to the main thing, like, even after so many years, these black and white movies still, they sort of left a feel, if it's a good movie, and it's been here for so many years. So the main point of this video is like, you might probably miss out on so many movies just because you feel like that's not something that you would normally watch. Like, you could not probably watch black and white movies, or maybe some different genre, because you haven't watched it before. But you could be missing out on a whole lot of good movies just because you don't watch the old, black and white. Or it could be anything. Like, for example, initially I was, really skeptical about anime movies, and I felt like it's not my taste. But I watched, Your Name. That really blew up my mind. And there was also, I mean, there's obviously Hayao Miyazaki's movies. That's really good. Like, it sort of feels like a dream how he animates and the sound and everything. Like, I remember this scene from The Wind Rises. That's probably like 2 3 years since I watched it. It's not so like long ago that I watched that movie, but it felt like so real. Like even in other movies, like the sound of his movies felt so real. um Anyway, so like that you could probably miss out on anime movies, because I have recommended so many movies to my friends and my close ones, but none of them actually ever watched it. So basically the whole point of what I was talking about is, normally you might not watch few genres or movies or languages or whatever, yeah, styles, but the thing is, there's like so many good movies out there, and you could probably miss out on some great movies just because you think that you don't normally watch that kind of thing. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to, I mean, the thought I got about this. Hopefully you do experience some great movies, because I personally feel that's a really great art form for me. Yeah, bye.